often we feel like we have very full minds instead of being mindful or present in the moment. We've all seen people and experienced ourselves, perhaps talking on the phone and eating at the same time, driving and trying to arrange something or put out a tantrum in the back seat. These are ways that our mind can be full of things, and it's hard to concentrate on what's happening in the moment and really be present, not just for yourself, but for the others around you. While it may seem difficult, the premise of mindfulness is actually very simple, and it's about focusing on what's happening in the here and now, in this moment. It's also about focusing on just one thing at a time and being aware, tuning into what are you feeling, what are you experiencing. The idea here is that there's no right or wrong feeling in the moment or way to even practice mindfulness, but pausing to do a deliberate focus on what's happening right now is being mindful, and it doesn't take much time. But how do we begin to cultivate mindfulness? How can we do this in our everyday lives? There's a couple of principles that can lead to some simple activities we want you to know about. One is being non-judging. We're prone to think about things or people as good or bad or neutral. The more we can focus on trying to accept and not judge immediately, understand that people have different contexts than us, and move forward accordingly, that's being mindful with regard to how we see ourselves and others. Another is to develop patience. Sometimes it can feel really difficult to accept things as they are, but in the moment, suggesting to yourself that things will turn out can help foster this kind of patience. Another way to start fostering mindfulness for yourself and those around you is to maintain curiosity. When we're stressed and we feel burnt out, overwhelmed, it's really difficult to feel like you can stay interested or curious about others, about what's happening. If you can get back to a beginner's mind and think about what used to interest you about these things, that's a good way to prompt mindfulness for yourself. Another way to begin focusing on mindfulness is to think about reestablishing trust, your trust in yourself and also your trust in others. It can help to be more mindful if you put your trust in others to delegate things and be more able and free to be present in the moment. One thing that a lot of us struggle with is that we're always trying to achieve something, we're striving for something. When we're working on being more mindful, it can be helpful to reflect on this and to make a deliberate decision to take a break from striving, to simply try to accept what is in this moment. What if you thought this would be good enough? Instead of trying to change or achieve all the time, working to try to be present in the moment and accept what's happening as good enough can be really helpful for your well-being. Receiving and accepting things as they actually are, rather than how we wish they would be, is another practice to begin working with mindfulness as a base. Acceptance can also include being able to let some things go, being invested without getting overly attached to the outcomes, but giving your best effort, focusing on what went well. These are all ways that we can focus and practice more mindfulness at work and beyond.